Numerous manufacturers have created weird-looking yet astounding aircrafts, defying preconceived assumptions about what an airplane should look like. The history of aviation is full of instances of these kinds of creations. It sounds like only aviation enthusiasts can discuss this subject. It's not totally true, though. It's actually meant for anyone who is interested in learning about the special and amazing features of airplanes. So grab a seat, and let us take you on a tour of the sky as we look at the 20 strangest aircraft ever built. Number 20. The Soviet Union's VVA-14. The VVA, also known as the Bartini-Beriev VVA-14, was a unique Soviet ekranoplan developed during the Cold War era. Conceived in the late 1960s, the VVA-14 was intended to serve as a versatile amphibious aircraft capable of both flying at high speeds and cruising low over water surfaces, utilizing the ground effect principle. Designed by a Soviet engineer, Robert Bartini, and developed by the Beriev Design Bureau, the VVA-14 featured a distinctive blended wing body design with large pontoons mounted on the wingtips. This configuration enabled the aircraft to take advantage of the aerodynamic phenomenon known as ground effect, which occurs when an aircraft flies close to the surface, reducing drag and increasing lift efficiency. The primary mission of the VVA-14 was to conduct anti-submarine warfare and reconnaissance operations over the vast maritime territories of the Soviet Union. Equipped with advanced radar and sensor systems, the aircraft was intended to patrol coastal areas and detect enemy submarines lurking beneath the waves. Despite its innovative design and promising capabilities, the VVA-14 faced numerous technical challenges and budgetary constraints during its development. For example, the lift jets needed for its takeoff burnt excessive fuel and considerable weight, which in turn limited its range and performance. Progress on the project was slow, and only 2 prototypes were ever built. The first prototype made its maiden flight in 1972, but encountered stability issues, leading to extensive modifications and redesigns. Ultimately, the VVA-14 project was canceled in the late 1970s before the aircraft could enter operational service. The existing prototypes were retired and placed in storage, marking the end of the Soviet Union's ambitious venture into ekranoplan technology. Number 19. The IAI Arava. The Arava, a versatile utility aircraft, was developed by the Israeli aircraft industries during the 1960s. Designed to meet the diverse needs of the Israeli military and civilian sectors, the Arava was tailored for short takeoff and landing operations, capable of operating from unprepared airstrips in remote areas. The development of the Arava was initiated in response to Israel's strategic requirements for a rugged and adaptable aircraft suitable for various roles, including troop transport, cargo hauling, medical evacuation, and maritime patrol. The design prioritized reliability, performance, and ease of maintenance, making it well-suited for operations in challenging environments. The Arava made its maiden flight in 1969, showcasing its impressive STOL capabilities and robust construction. With its high wing configuration and powerful turboprop engines, the Arava could operate from short runways and rough terrain, enabling it to reach remote locations inaccessible to conventional aircraft. In military service, the Arava proved its effectiveness in a range of missions, including aerial surveillance along Israel's borders, counterinsurgency operations, and humanitarian relief efforts. Its spacious cabin and rear cargo ramp facilitated rapid loading and unloading of personnel and supplies, enhancing operational efficiency. Beyond military applications, the Arava found success in the civilian sector, serving as a reliable workhorse for regional airlines, cargo operators, and government agencies worldwide. Its versatility, ruggedness, and cost-effectiveness made it popular among operators in remote and austere environments. It could carry up to 20 passengers and/or up to 5,000 pounds of cargo. Production of the Arava continued until the early 1980s, with over 100 aircraft manufactured for customers around the globe. Number 18. The Curtiss-Goupil Duck. The French-designed Duck is a one-of-a-kind prototype, created as a steam-powered aircraft. Alexandre Goupil designed it in the 1880s, and Glenn Curtiss produced a duplicate in the late 1910. The Curtiss-Goupil Duck was later developed during the early 1930s through a collaboration between the American company Curtiss Aeroplane and Motor Company and the French firm Société Générale Aéronautique. Intended primarily for military use, the Duck was designed to fulfill a variety of roles, including reconnaissance, patrol, and anti-submarine warfare. The Duck featured a distinctive twin-float configuration, allowing it to operate from both land and water with ease. Its rugged construction and powerful engine made it well-suited for operations in rough maritime environments. Additionally, the aircraft could be equipped with various armaments, including machine guns and bombs, enhancing its versatility as a combat aircraft. It earned a reputation for its reliability and effectiveness in maritime operations, performing missions such as coastal patrols, convoy escort, and search and rescue. While production of the Duck ceased after World War II, it left a lasting legacy as one of the early amphibious aircraft designs, paving the way for future developments in maritime aviation. Today, a few examples of the Curtiss-Goupil Duck are preserved in museums around the world. Number 17. The McDonald XF85. The McDonald XF85, a parasite fighter, was meant to be released from the bomb bay of a bigger host Conveyor B-36 bomber. Designed just after World War II's end by McDonnell Aircraft Corporation for the United States Air Force, the XF-85 was intended to be carried and deployed from the bomb bay of larger strategic bombers. The aircraft's small form and characteristics distinguish it as one of the strangest-looking aircraft of all time. The plan at the time was for a swarm of fighter-carrying aircraft to drop their fighter payloads whenever bomber units were attacked. Because conventional fighters frequently struggled to match the range of bomber groups, the XF-85 was meant to assist in solving this by only being deployed and retrieved when necessary. Measuring just over 14 feet in length with a wingspan of approximately 21 feet, it was compact and lightweight, designed to provide escort and defense capabilities for its parent bomber against enemy interceptors. Equipped with a single turbojet engine, it boasted impressive performance despite its diminutive size. Despite its promising concept, the XF-85 faced numerous challenges during testing, including issues with stability, control, and pilot visibility. These factors, coupled with advancements in jet-powered interceptor aircraft, ultimately led to its cancellation in 1949 after only 2 prototypes had been built. Number 16. Northrop Grumman B2 Spirit. The Northrop Grumman B2 Spirit, also known as the stealth bomber, is an American heavy strategic bomber featuring low observable stealth technology designed to penetrate dense anti-aircraft defenses. A subsonic flying wing with a crew of 2, the plane was designed by Northrop and produced from 1987 to 2000. The bomber can drop conventional and thermonuclear weapons, such as up to 8,500-pound class MiG-82 JDAM GPS-guided bombs, or 16 2,400 B-83 nuclear bombs. The B-2 is the only acknowledged in-service aircraft that can carry large air-to-surface standoff weapons in a stealth configuration. Powered by 4 high-efficiency turbofan engines, the B-2 can carry a payload of conventional and nuclear ordnance, delivering precision strikes against strategic targets with unparalleled accuracy. Its low observable characteristics, including radar-absorbing materials and a carefully designed shape, render it virtually invisible to enemy air defenses. Number 15. The Vought XF5U. Also known as the Flying Flapjack or Flying Pancake, the Vought XF5U was an experimental aircraft developed by Vought during World War II. Conceived as a radical departure from conventional aircraft design, the XF5U featured a unique disc-shaped airframe with 2 large contra-rotating propellers mounted in the center. The aircraft's circular wing design, coupled with its powerful engines, promised exceptional performance, including high-speed maneuverability and a short takeoff and landing capability. The innovative design aimed to maximize lift efficiency and minimize drag, resulting in a compact and agile aircraft that could potentially outperform traditional fighter aircraft of the era. Despite its promising concept, the XF5U program faced numerous challenges and setbacks during development. Issues with engine reliability, structural integrity, and control systems plagued the project. delaying flight testing and ultimately leading to its cancellation in 1947 before a prototype could be completed. The XF5U never entered production or saw active service. Number 14, the Pregnant Guppy. A weird-looking plane with a weird name, but we love to see it. The Pregnant Guppy, or Super Guppy, was born from NASA's need for a way to transport bulky components for the Apollo missions. They came up with this bloated, ungainly-looking plane, but clearly it did its job, and is one of the lesser-known aircraft to play a supporting role in the space program. The distinctive feature of the Pregnant Guppy was its bulbous, enlarged fuselage, which earned it the nickname due to its resemblance to a pregnant belly. This unique design allowed the aircraft to transport large and awkwardly shaped cargo, such as spacecraft components, satellite parts, and aircraft sections, with ease. Later, aerospace lines further modified the Pregnant Guppy into the Super Guppy by incorporating an even larger fuselage, providing increased cargo capacity and efficiency. The Super Guppy became an indispensable asset for transporting vital aerospace hardware during the Apollo and Space Shuttle programs, earning a reputation for its reliability and versatility. Today, a few Super Guppies remain in service, continuing to support the aerospace industry and transporting oversized cargo around the world. Number 13, Hughes H4 Hercules. Metal sounds like a good general response to give someone when they ask what material airplanes are often built of, right? Generally speaking, that is true, but not in the instance of the Hughes H4 Hercules. The Hughes H4 Hercules, famously known as the Spruce Goose, was a massive flying boat prototype developed by the Hughes Aircraft Company during World War II. Conceived by eccentric billionaire Howard Hughes, the Hercules was intended to be a transatlantic transport aircraft capable of carrying large numbers of troops and equipment without the need for intermediate refueling stops. It was constructed primarily from wood due to wartime restrictions on aluminum. Despite its wooden construction, the Hercules was one of the largest aircraft ever built, with a wingspan longer than a football field. Powered by 8 radial engines, the Hercules made its one and only flight on November 2, 1947, piloted by Howard Hughes himself. Lasting less than a mile and reaching an altitude of only 70 feet, the flight was brief but significant, demonstrating the massive aircraft's airworthiness and capabilities. Today, you can visit the Spruce Goose as it is on display at the Evergreen Aviation and Space Museum in McMinnville, Oregon. Number 12, the Edgeley Optica. Designed to be a low-cost alternative to helicopters, with a loiter speed of 8 mph and a stall speed of 67 mph. The Edgeley Optica was another unique aircraft. The Optica is a British aircraft developed especially for low-speed observation missions. John Edgeley developed this aircraft, and it first flew in the late 1970s. A little more than 20 were produced, but 10 of them were destroyed in an arson attack at the manufacturing site. As small as it seems, it can accommodate both the pilot and an observer. Its slow and stable flight characteristics make it easy for it to loiter in an area for an extended period, making it ideal for conducting detailed aerial surveys, patrols, with precision and efficiency. Number 11, the Lun Class MD60 Ekranoplan. The Lun Class MD60 Ekranoplan was a unique ground effect vehicle, GEV developed during the Cold War era. Commissioned by the Soviet Navy, the Lun Class Ekranoplan was designed for maritime reconnaissance, anti-surface warfare, and missile attack missions by Rostislav Evgenyevich Alexeyev in 1975, and used by the Soviet and Russian navies from 1987 until sometime in the late 1990s. It flew using the lift generated by the ground effect of its large wings when within about 4 meters above the surface of the water. With its massive wingspan of nearly 150 feet and a length of over 240 feet, the Lun Class Ekranoplan was one of the largest ground effect vehicles ever built. Powered by 8 turbofan engines, it could achieve impressive speeds of up to 340 miles per hour while flying just above the surface of the water, utilizing the ground effect to enhance lift and reduce drag. Armed with anti-ship missiles and cannons, the Lun Class Ekranoplan was capable of engaging surface targets with precision and firepower. Its low-altitude flight profile made it difficult to detect and target, giving it a strategic advantage in naval operations. Today, The sole surviving Lun Class Ekranoplan is preserved as a museum exhibit at a Kaspiysk naval station. Number 10. The Nemo Parasol. The Nemo Parasol is a unique experimental aircraft designed and built by American aeronautical engineer Frank Nemeth in the 1930s. The Parasol's design featured a high-mounted wing positioned above the fuselage on a single strut, resembling an umbrella or parasol. This layout offered several advantages, including improved visibility for the pilot, reduced interference between the wing and fuselage, and simplified construction. Powered by a radial engine mounted in the nose, the Nemo Parasol was a lightweight and maneuverable aircraft capable of performing a variety of general aviation tasks. It garnered attention for its stability and gentle handling characteristics, making it popular among pilots for recreational flying and flight training. The Nemo Parasol never achieved widespread production or commercial success, but several examples of the Nemo Parasol still exist today, preserved in aviation museums and private collections. Number 9. Piagio P180, Avanti. Developed by the Italian aerospace company Piagio Aero, the Avanti, an executive VIP light transport aircraft, stands out for its innovative pusher configuration, forward-swept wing design, and distinctive three-surface configuration with a small canard at the front. It features twin, wing-mounted turboprop engines in a pusher configuration. The Piagio P180 Avanti is a distinctive twin-engine turboprop aircraft renowned for its sleek design and advanced technology. The Avanti seats up to 9 people in a pressurized cabin and may be flown by 1 or 2 pilots. The design is of three-surface configuration, having both a small forward wing and a conventional tailplane, as well as its main wing, with the main wing spars passing behind the passenger cabin area. The FAI lists it as the fastest propeller-driven aircraft with speed of 927.4 kilometers per hour. The Avanti's unique design features contribute to its exceptional performance, efficiency, and comfort. The forward-swept wings and canard provide improved aerodynamic efficiency and stability, while the pusher configuration reduces cabin noise and vibration, enhancing the overall passenger experience. The Avanti has gained a reputation for its versatility and reliability, serving a wide range of roles including corporate transportation, air ambulance, cargo transport, and government missions. With its combination of performance, efficiency, and comfort, the Piagio P180 Avanti continues to be a popular choice among discerning operators and travelers in the business aviation market. Number 8. The Horton Wingless Plane. In 1952, William Horton of Huntington Beach, California, designed the Horton Wingless helicopter. He said that the entire airplane was a simple airfoil with vertical fins that used all surfaces for lift, which is why he dubbed the odd-looking plane Wingless. Horton was able to form a collaboration with Harlow Curtiss and millionaire Howard Hughes, despite not having the funds to build it. The aircraft's brief test flight was successful. Hughes's attempt to claim complete ownership of the patents and production rights was thwarted by Horton, which is why the company collapsed rather than the airplane not working. The aircraft's development was essentially put on hold when Hughes sued Horton. This led to a huge legal battle and the end of their union. Hughes succeeded in getting the commercial version that was only halfway built and the prototype destroyed. A claim made in the lawsuit was that the aircraft was incapable of flying, which the video unequivocally refutes. Number 7. Rutan Varz. The Rutan Varz is a popular home-built aircraft designed by legendary aerospace engineer Burt Rutan in the 1970s. It is a high-performance home-built aircraft, constructed primarily from composite materials. The Varz features a lightweight and efficient airframe, which contributes to its impressive performance and fuel economy. Its canard design places a small wing at the front of the aircraft, providing improved stall resistance and maneuverability compared to conventional tail-dragger designs. Powered by a dynamic 100-horsepower engine, the Varz showcased remarkable capabilities, ferrying 2 adults across 1,127 kilometers at speeds up to 290 kilometers per hour and reaching altitudes of about 7,600 meters. Beyond its performance, the Varz stood out for its extraordinary design, simple yet revolutionary. making it accessible for aviation enthusiasts to construct their own. Number 6. Stipa Caproni. The Stipa Caproni, also known as the Caproni Stipa or Caproni Campini, was an experimental aircraft developed by Italian aeronautical engineer Luigi Stipa in collaboration with aircraft manufacturer Caproni during the 1930s. It was one of the earliest attempts to explore the concept of the ducted fan propulsion system. Its most distinctive feature was its fuselage, which resembled a cylindrical tube with a large frontal opening housing a conventional propeller. This design allowed the propeller to draw air through the tube, where it was compressed and expelled through a small rear-facing exhaust, providing forward thrust. Despite its unconventional appearance, the Stipa Caproni offered several potential advantages, including reduced aerodynamic drag, improved engine efficiency, and increased stability at low speeds. However, the aircraft's performance fell short of expectations during testing, with limited speed and maneuverability compared to contemporary aircraft designs. Hence, it never entered production or saw widespread use. Before we continue, here is today's subscriber's pick. Take a look at this picture of the Nord 1500 Griffin, a stunningly constructed aircraft. This might probably be the strangest aircraft ever built. The French state-owned aircraft manufacturer Nord Aviation designed and manufactured this experimental interceptor aircraft with ramjet propulsion. It made its first flight in 1955. The unique dual-propulsion turbojet ramjet architecture of the design allowed the former to take off and reach a high enough speed to initiate the latter. Due to numerous problems, such as producing intense heat quickly, it was not made accessible for commercial usage. Its innovative engine switching has served as a major inspiration for current aircraft. So, dear viewers, what are your thoughts on this particular aircraft? Share your insights with us in the comments below. Number 5. Conveyor F2Y Sea Dart. The Conveyor F2Y Sea Dart was an American seaplane fighter aircraft that rode on twin hydroskis during takeoff and landing. It flew only as a prototype and never entered mass production. It is the only seaplane to have exceeded the speed of sound. It was developed in the 1950s to overcome the problems with supersonic planes taking off and landing on aircraft carriers. The program was canceled after a series of unsatisfactory results and a tragic accident on November 4, 1954, in which test pilot Charles E. Richburg was killed when the Sea Dart he was piloting disintegrated in midair. The 4 surviving planes were retired in 1957, but some were kept in reserve until 1962. This revolutionary aircraft featured a unique design that combined the capabilities of a jet fighter with those of a seaplane, utilizing hydroskis for takeoff and landing operations on water surfaces. At the heart of the Sea Dart's design was its innovative hydroski system, which allowed the aircraft to operate from both land and water without the need for conventional landing gear. This feature provided the Sea Dart with unmatched versatility, enabling it to take off and land in a variety of environments, including open water, rivers, and coastal areas. Number 4. Blohm & Voss, BV-141. In 1937, the German Aviation Ministry issued a specification for a single-engine reconnaissance aircraft with optimal visual characteristics. The Blohm & Voss BV-141, a World War II German tactical reconnaissance aircraft, was notable for this uncommon structural asymmetry. This unconventional layout was intended to provide the aircraft with superior visibility and stability, particularly for reconnaissance missions. Despite its unorthodox appearance, the BV-141 demonstrated respectable performance and handling characteristics during testing. However, production of the BV-141 was limited due to wartime priorities and logistical challenges. Only a small number of aircraft were built, and they saw limited service on the Eastern Front before being phased out in favor of more conventional aircraft designs. Number 3. The Star Bumblebee 2. Originally designed to be the smallest aircraft in the world, the Star Bumblebee 2 is a unique ultralight aircraft-developed airplane designed, built and flown by Robert H. Starr of Phoenix, Arizona in 1984. It was flown in Marana, Arizona. Designed as a 2-seat tandem gyroplane, the Bumblebee 2 combines the stability and simplicity of a gyroplane with the efficiency and versatility of a light aircraft. Featuring an open cockpit design and a slender fuselage, the Bumblebee 4 embodies the spirit of recreational aviation, offering an exhilarating flying experience for both the pilot and passenger. Its compact size and lightweight construction make it easy to transport and operate, while its dual-seat configuration allows for shared enjoyment of flight. Powered by a small, efficient engine and equipped with a rotor system for lift and a conventional fixed wing for propulsion, the Bumblebee 4 offers the best of both worlds in terms of performance and control. Its responsive handling and short takeoff and landing capabilities make it suitable for a wide range of flying activities, from leisurely sightseeing flights to more adventurous aerial maneuvers. On April 2, 1988, at Marana Airport near Tucson, Arizona, it achieved the world record for the smallest piloted airplane, hence earning its reputation as one of the strangest aircraft ever built. Unfortunately, the airplane crashed during its third flight due to an engine failure. Number 2. The Lockheed XFV. Deck space is limited on Navy ships, so there has long been an interest in developing vertical takeoff and landing fighters to protect convoys. The Lockheed XFV Salmon was an experimental vertical takeoff and landing aircraft developed by Lockheed Corporation during the early 1950s to fulfill this need. Intended for use by the United States Navy, the XFV Salmon was designed to provide aircraft carriers with a compact and versatile fighter aircraft capable of operating from confined deck spaces. The XFV Salmon has a unique tilt-wing design, allowing its wings to rotate vertically for vertical takeoff and landing operations and horizontally for conventional flight. This innovative configuration was intended to maximize the aircraft's adaptability, enabling it to transition seamlessly between VTOL and conventional flight modes. Powered by a single turboprop engine, the XFV Salmon underwent extensive testing and evaluation, including hover tests and short takeoff and landing trials. However, the aircraft faced numerous technical challenges and limitations, particularly in terms of stability, control, and performance. Despite its promising concept, the XFV Salmon program was ultimately canceled in 1955 after only one prototype had been built and flown. The aircraft's complex design and impracticality for operational use led to its demise, but it remains a notable example of early VTOL aircraft experimentation. Number 1. Scaled Composites, Stratolaunch. The Scaled Composites model. Stratolaunch, or ROC, is an aircraft built by Scaled Composites for stratolaunch systems to carry air-launch-to-orbit rockets, and subsequently repurposed to offer air-launch hypersonic flight testing after a change of ownership. It was announced in December 2011, rolled out in May 2017, and flew for the first time on April 13, 2019. In October 2019, Cerberus Capital Management acquired Stratolaunch Systems, including the Stratolaunch aircraft. Stratolaunch announced in December 2019 that it would now be focusing on offering high-speed flight test services. As of February 2024, the Stratolaunch has flown 13 times. The aircraft was specifically designed to serve as a mobile launch platform for rockets, enabling cost-effective and flexible satellite launches. The Stratolaunch is powered by 6 turbofan engines and is capable of carrying payloads weighing up to 250,000 pounds. Its ability to launch rockets from high altitudes offers several advantages, including reduced fuel requirements, increased payload capacity, and the ability to launch from various locations around the world. With its innovative design and capabilities, the Stratolaunch represents a significant step forward in the field of aerospace technology, opening up new possibilities for satellite deployment and space exploration. As the demand for satellite launches continues to grow, the Stratolaunch is poised to play a crucial role in expanding access to space for commercial and scientific purposes. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.